Hello and welcome to Live Bush Camps Chat with Khaya Tlou. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I'm doing great. The sky is covered with clouds today. Yesterday it was very hot. It was 37 degrees Celsius. I don't know that in Fahrenheit. Matty is going to check that. Matt is on camera and VM is on FC today. 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it was super hot. But it's still going to get extremely hot because we're in the low veld and it can reach up to 45 degrees Celsius. So today the weather said I'm giving you some relaxation time. So before I proceed, I want to see who's with us this afternoon. It might be afternoon where you are, it might be nighttime, it might be evening, it might be daytime, it might be midnight. Thank you all for tuning in, especially the ones who are far away from us, outside Africa, where it might be midnight around this time. So we have Sarah Lee Slow, excited. Yogi Shaw, I believe I called it right, saying hello Khaya. We have Willow, hi Khaya. Regina Chokwe, hello Khaya. Catherine, good morning Khaya from Michigan, USA. Hello. Barbara, hello to everyone. Brenda, Zygot. Chef Lady, Melissa, Mas 45, Julie, Pirana, Rosalind, Betty B723, KDG, Brenda, Mary for Wild. Whoa, the list goes on and on and on. Irana, how are you? Ellie Girl, Lady H. Whoa, Brandy. So, this show is about live camps. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we have live camps that are installed in our reserve where I'm at right now, Pride Lands and Kwenga, that's our neighboring reserve. And then we see them almost every day because I don't really go through them every day, but I try my level best to go and watch them on YouTube. And so now, before I show you what we see on our cameras that are installed around here, I want to take you on our live cameras now and see what is happening there. We might have action. So let me see here. Oh, I have something. Let's go to Hyena Den cam. VM. Melissa Drew is saying it's 40 degrees origin. Is it Fahrenheit or is it Celsius? So if it's Celsius, then that's super hot. And so we have hyenas here. So hyenas can see now the weather is perfect for them, for the youngsters, the cubs to come out and play around, especially when the adults are around. So what they do is they stay in their den inside there, warm and comfortable. when the adults are not around, because it's not safety for them to roam outside when the adults are not around, because we have lions, we have wild dogs, leopards and cheetahs that might kill the cubs. And so most of you know these cubs. You have seen them in live cameras on YouTube, and some of you haven't seen them, and you know how to differentiate between their parents. So here we have, how many cubs are here? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see 5 cubs, but it's known that this hyena den is having about 9 cubs. And then we have Mellow Mom with 2 cubs, and then she's mother to Mellow. And then we have Robin, who has the latest 2 cubs. And then we have Smile Ann, who has 2 cubs. We have Halftail, we have 2 cubs, and then we have Saseka with 1 cub. So in total there are 9. So I believe everyone is so happy to see the youngsters running around, because this is what you not really see every day, because having a live camera next to a den site that is active, it's so interesting, and it's amazing. It's hard work too, because you can ask VM. VM will tell you that in full, because he knows how to install this and how energy it takes to install such cameras. So you can see that their colors are different. We have completely black ones, and then we have these ones that are starting to develop spot patterns. And then you can see that's different age group, and you can see the one with black legs and a bit of spots on its back. So it's a bit old, and then these ones that are black are very, very, very young. So you will be confused if you haven't seen the hyenas before, because what they do is they are born with their eyes opened, and then their small little teeth sticking out. So what happens is immediately when they start moving around, they will start nibbling around these small piece of carcasses, because hyenas, they bring the carcasses to the den site. Piranha, yes, lovely puppies. They're beautiful. So it's so interesting watching hyenas, especially the cubs, because what they do is they will chase each other. They will try to stick fight. What they do is they will try to smell around all these new things that they've never seen before. So more like your dog, your cat. Yes, Julie. Julie, she's saying, great job with knowing them. Khaya, you have done your homework. Yes, I did my homework a few days ago, because when I'm live and then you as a viewer talking about these hyenas and I'm left behind. So I didn't want to be left behind. I know I don't know these hyenas. I know their names now, most of them, but I can't really differentiate between the adult hyenas. But I'm gonna get there. I am gonna get there. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, they have quite a long tail. Mas 54, who's the babysitter? I would like to know who's the babysitter, because I know their names now, but if I can see 2 small little cubs going to that female and suckle, then I will tell you that is Robin, because we know that Robin is the one with the newest cubs. So the babysitter who's there, I don't really know who's that, but I'm sure there is one person who can tell us who's that babysitter there. And hyenas, if we are not used to them, they will all look the same, but they are very different, especially the spot patterns and the There are no structure in their body structure. Rosalind, how old are the cubs? Rosalind, I'm not really sure about the age of these cubs, but you know, these small little cubs, which are completely black, that simply means they are less than 2 months old. And sometimes it takes certain cubs to develop spot patterns, because hyenas are different. Some they develop spot patterns very quickly, and some they don't. And you can see the other one is bothering the adult there, trying to suckle. Because hyenas are known to perform this thing called allosuckling. What they do is a cub can go to a female that has cubs, even if it's not the mom. I've seen that happening, and it's also happening in lions. Oh, she's saying the mother there is Smile N. Then Smile N, last time I checked, doing my research, was Smile N has a smiley face on its on her side. I don't know whether it's a right side. Yes, it's a right side. So she has a smiley face there. If you can read the spot patterns, you will see the smiley face. So that's where her name is coming from. Whoa! Oh, I thought maybe they are running from something. So what they do, if something like a predator comes, a bigger predator like lions, a pack of wild dogs, or maybe a leopard, those youngsters will quickly go inside the den side, and then the adult will just move off from the den. Sarah Lee's, yes, sure enough, I will get there. Rosalind saying thank you for me answering her question. I really appreciate that. I know that I might not answer your question because there's lots and lots of questions and comments coming in. Oh, Julie has so much information about these hyenas. So she's saying Smiley N calves are these twins that are two of the dark ones. Okay. So it means these ones they are starting to develop the spot patterns, if I'm not mistaken. How long has this den site been active? I think this den site has been active since these most of these older cubs were born, because hyenas they don't stay in one den area until their cubs are sub-adults. So what happens is they use different den sites so that they are not really detected by other predators like lions. So we can watch these hyenas here today. Tomorrow we might not see these on our screens because they might be moving to another den. So that's what we are busy doing, hoping to install all the possible den sites of these hyenas so that we can see their movements almost every day. And so what they do is most definitely, in my knowledge, is that because Robin has very, very, very young cubs, what she will do, she will wait for them to have strength to travel for longer distances to exchange den sites. So what they do is only she will leave when she's very threatened or disturbed, and then she will take her cubs to another den site. But these other ones, you can see these ones that they've grown a bit, they can walk for quite distances, so it's easier for them to follow their parents or their mothers when changing the den areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubbies. 7, 8, 9. Then where are the rest? Oh, I have 7 on the right hand side. Willow, they moved to this den in July. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because remember, I'm just less than 2 months old here with Painteddog. I'm still a new member of the pack. Yes, Alvaramo, the cubs look so badgery. Yeah, definitely these smaller ones, it's just that they lack this white line on their back. If they had that, they would definitely look like honey badgers. You can see the adult now she's thinking of leaving these ones because she can't really relax there because the cubs are everywhere. They're bothering her. She can't really take a nap because they have to have some siesta time during the day, and then at night you'll hear them whooping, ready for hunting and scavenging. Piranha, yes, I also love seeing them playing together. So that strengthens the bond between these hyenas. You know, my tongue there. So what happens is it's very important for them to play around and trying to bite things so that their gums can be familiar to these hard things like small little sticks and branches, so that they can be ready when they are adults, so that they can chew on bones. Jason Short, what age do they start pasting? That, oh, look, running back because the adult is gone. Okay, she's coming back. So what age do they start pasting? Is that they don't really have a specific age to do pasting, because what they do is I've seen these youngsters, these ones that they start developing spots. They were practicing that. I didn't know that they are doing that, or they saw the adults doing that, then they are copying what the adults are doing. But because hyenas, they can stay with their mothers for up to 2 years, I think they will start doing that pasting in about 5, 6, 7 months. But that's not really a territorial marking or what. What is it is that maybe they are still learning from their parents what they must do when they grow up. How many leopards come by in the night? Come by it around the hyena den, or maybe that I see during the night. I haven't seen a leopard next to that active den, but we saw a lion. Actually 2 lions, but the only one that was visible was just one lion that was visible. The other one, we only heard it roaring and the hyenas were whooping. It was a commotion because that male lion was just right on top of the hyena den. And just imagine that big voice that can travel up to 5 kilometers. It's so big and it's so loud. I was thinking of the cubs inside the den. What were they doing at that time? Because they're not really familiar with such sounds, because they've never been next to a fully grown male lion. But fortunately, the cubs were good. Oh, it's getting dark now. Oh, that's the playback. Yes, that's the playback. Thank you, VM. That's the playback. So we can you please go back a bit, VM? Before that dust. Yes, you can see the hyenas just relaxing, walking around, doing what they do every day during the day. Whoa, look at that. So you can see the youngster went in and the other youngster moved away from the den area. But before I proceed, just listen to the sounds that are in this clip. Just wait for a lion to go on top there, and you will hear it going crazy. So you can hear the hyenas whooping, lions roaring, because hyenas and lions, they will forever be enemies. So if that lion had a chance to grab 1 or 2 or 3 youngsters there, they would be dead by today. And I wonder what happened to that one that ran away from the den site, because at that age, the youngsters, the cubs of hyenas, they don't really go far away from a den site. But because we can say today it's still there, that simply means it was safe after the incident. Whoa, that's a big boy. And I was lucky last night at around 11, 12 midnight. We had lions roaring. Myself and Bavu and Anton, we went out and we saw a male lion. It was my first time seeing a male lion of Ngati pride. Not a very big boy, but you can see he has this body that can do a karate kicks, if I can say, because he's not very big and chubby and like other lions I've seen, but you can see the experience is really there. And while we were following the male lion, we lost them for a bit. Then we looped around the area, not far from the camp, and then we just heard like growling and growling and growling. Then Anton said they are on a kill, and when we got there, they were on a kill. It was 3 lionesses and 10 cubs and 1 male lion. So they were just on top of the carcass. So there was a time where we couldn't see a carcass because every individual was just trying to get a chunk of meat. VM, yeah. What do we have? Let's see what's live. What's live before we go to the pre-recorded cameras.
We can show the line clip now.
Okay. Oh, before we proceed to showing you the live clip, the pre-recorded live clip. So this is a group of lions called a pride. It's called Ngati pride. Ngati means blood in Shangaan. So you can see the youngsters drinking. I strongly believe that they came to this waterhole after a kill, maybe earlier on, because what they do is after a kill, they will settle down, then for a few minutes or maybe to an hour, and then they will go to a waterhole. They drink just to quench their thirst. So what they do is they sometimes don't do that, because what they do, they get all the fluids from the blood of the prey. Look at that. And we can see lions, they're not like antelopes or prey species. Like when they get to a waterhole, they look around trying to check for any dangers lurking around. What they do is they just go down, they drink, and then they walk away. So if you see impalas going for a drink, you will see a few looking around, and then the others will be like drinking. Then they won't drink for a while. They will drink maybe for a couple of seconds. Then they lift up their head, look around, drink again. But lions can see they can go down for a few minutes drinking, just one go, because they are not really bothered by anything. Let's see who has a question. Oh, piranha, yesterday at 22:26 p.m. 3 lionesses, 10 cubs on E1. Yeah, I think that's what this is a pride that we saw last night, because this male lion started roaring, and then we jumped out of our beds, and then we just drove out. Stuck in bed. How many young ones? In the meantime, I saw 10, but I think there's more, because what happens is yesterday the pride was not complete. I think there was a few females that they were away from that pride. So Matt, do you have any information about that? Like how many cubs in total? I'm not really sure about the number of cubs, but last time I was with Matt a few days ago, we saw about 90 lions, excluding the territorial males. They're like females with their cubs. So let's see if maybe there's an active camera. Oh, just the hyenas. Hyenas are giving us a show today.
I'll show you the clip from last night. Give me a second.
VM is searching for a clip from last night. Maybe he will be able to find it. Just right next to our fence line. Look at that. Wow. Look how majestic are these animals. And last night they were so confusing, because the male was marking his territory like every few minutes. I think there was a commotion of maybe there were new males around, because a few days ago 2 males were spotted, like the new males. So I think they are bothering these males, and we can see they're on a mission. If they were relaxed, they were supposed to be drinking there and then leaving. So I think they were on a mission, and we can see on the camera there, it's very windy. Last night was very windy, and cats, they get to be very, very active, because they know that they are prey species. They can't really smell properly. They can't hear around. And so they use that opportunity to hunt. And they know that lions, they use less energy when it's windy. Whoa. And what was so interesting about this pride yesterday, they killed a female kudu, a fully grown female kudu, and then they finished that carcass in less than 30 minutes. Yeah, just under 30 minutes. They were like bones left there. So let's see what's happening in other cameras. Maybe we might spot something. Oh, Hyena's still on a show. Abdi Hamid Ibrahim, do you think they're gonna move the den again if the lions return? I'm not really sure, but hyenas are known to move den site like as often as possible. Especially if they are threatened, they will definitely move around, but they definitely will come back to that den area where they were disturbed. And you can see we have impalas, we have wildebeest, that's a blue wildebeest, wildebeest. So we're in the low veld, we don't have the black wildebeest. That doesn't look black, it looks brown, but it's called a black wildebeest. This one is called a blue wildebeest. So you have a few impalas. So you know that they don't have any competition between the two species, because impalas, they eat grasses and leaves. So they are browsers and they're also grazers. And then a wildebeest is just a grazer. So it's just chilling with the impalas for safety reasons. That's what they do, especially the males, because the female wildebeest, what they do is they stick around in groups all the time, and then these territorial bulls, they move away from them. So you mostly see the territorial bulls when it's mating time or mating season with the females, because he will be protecting a number of females, which is called a harem, from other rival males. So now this wildebeest knows that he's not an easy target compared to these impalas in terms of the size, because they know if a leopard comes there, a leopard will just prefer to go for an impala because it's an easy catch than going to a wildebeest. Striking bird, nice jumps. Do they ever walk in water? Yes, they do walk in water, lions. They do. Just that maybe yesterday night they didn't want to get wet. So you can see these impalas, they are drinking, and you can see the others, they are looking around, because that's what they really do. They have to be vigilant at all times. So this is Khaya waterhole. It's not here in Pridelands, just our neighboring farm or reserve where we traverse with. Is this live? Wow, an elephant. This is my cousin. This is really, oh, another cousin is coming along. So I've been, oh, a third one. So today in the show, I thought maybe I would be talking much about like what we usually see and what I've chosen, the videos I've chosen from the live cameras and stuff. But we are watching something that is live, happening right now. And if you can go on YouTube, you can see this is happening right now. So this is also our neighboring reserve, which is Khaya. Wow. So I can't really see these boys or girls, but I believe they are boys, because what happens is you will see, if it's a group of females, you will see different age groups, and you can see the youngsters, the sub-adults and the others, but The males tend to be like nearly the same age when they're together, because what they do is they move around when they're about 12 years and 13. They move to bachelor herds. And yesterday I was with Bavu, just right next to the fence line. We're taking out we're changing an IR light. So these few elephants came to drink, and then I was so close to that elephant, but it was just between, it was me and the elephant, and there was a fence between us. But this thing, you can see on the screen, they are very small and tiny, but come I tell you, these animals are massive. And I felt like a matchstick yesterday, the way I was so tiny. So you can see the one is like lifting its leg back and forth and moving it back and forth. What they do is that they still deciding on what to do. Must I drink? Must I just play with water? Must I swim or not? So you can see it's very cool outside. It's super cloudy. You can see their ears are not really moving, because there's no need for them to do that, because their body temperature is just normal. Willow, a couple of groups come to Khaya every day. And looking at these live cameras, I think it's easier for us to differentiate the individuals of these species that often comes to these water holes. Zamukolo Masia, what do you call a group of elephants? No, we can't call it Tlou. We don't call it Tlous. Because Zamukolo Masia, he thinks that a group of elephants is Tlous. Tlou is just a pedi or Tswana name for an elephant. A group of elephant, it's a herd. Herd. So in a typical hot day, you'll see them swimming, and sometimes they can just go underwater and you just see the trunk sticking out. And these are, can I say, swimmers? They are best swimmers, or they are best walkers in water. Because they are so big, they don't need to swim, they just walk in water. But they are known to swim. Not like hippos, because hippos, they walk in water. So I strongly believe these boys are these ones that were seen this side earlier today, because that's their movement. From here go straight to Khaya. They will come back after a day or two. And these giants, they can weigh about 7 tons. That's 7,000 kilograms, especially the males, because the females are slightly smaller. And then they can drink about 200 to 250 liters of water a day. Oh, that's a lot. Arlaramo, thank you. Elephants are good floaters or swimmers in deep enough water. Yes, definitely they are good swimmers, elephants. And these are called the gentle giants. Yes, Betty B 723. It's fun to watch them swimming because they use their trunk as a snorkel, most definitely. And when you're mentioning this word snorkel, I was in the border of KZN, Kosi Bay, and Mozambique a few months ago. It was my first time snorkeling, and I nearly drowned actually, and I can say I nearly died. Yeah, it was very fun. It was my first time swimming in an ocean. So what happened, it was myself and this one lady that I work with, a co-presenter, because I'm doing a show with this different company for SAPC. So they gave us our swimming suit. It was very, very interesting. I was ready. I only swam in a dam and in a swimming pool, and then I was ready to go in the ocean, and the waves were like, not bad waves, but waves. So what happened was, that guy who was taking us for a snorkel, and then that guy said, he gave us instructions. I understood the instructions, but the thing is, when you get inside there, Khaya, as the first timer, I was like, yeah, I understand everything. Now it's time to swim. Guess what happened? That guy said I mustn't go down until that snorkel gets in the water. So I have to just go down a bit and then float a bit, and then just let the snorkel outside so that I can breathe in and out. You know what happened? I saw a stingray in there. And then, my head went down very low with a snorkel, and I suck in water. And guess what? I drank ocean water. It's very salty. But the guy noticed that. He noticed that when my snorkel was inside there, and then he quickly came to me and then came to my rescue. And then I was like floating with this, what do we call it, a life buoy. Then I was with the life buoy all the time. I didn't enjoy snorkeling because I didn't really do it, but it was fun and awesome to be in the ocean. And it was my first time next to the ocean. And 2 weeks ago, I was also in Cape Town. It was my first time seeing snow. But I saw it from a distance, not like thick snow. It was like just right on top of a mountain. It's awesome, it's amazing, but it was very cold. Because in the Lowveld and where I'm from, in Siyabuswa in Mpumalanga, we don't have snow, and we don't have harsh winter conditions. Yes, stuck in bed. Ocean is a different beast. A pool is different, the ocean is different. That's what I've learned. Yes, deja vu, beginner's mistake. But luckily, I lived. VM, do you still have a clip? Oh, we have a clip now. We don't have a live event. Wow, one of my favorite camera. Oh, look at that. Look how it walks. Look at that. Just like a stalker. just like a leopard when stalking a prey. So these are VM's favorite, a slender mongoose. And these are vicious, vicious carnivores. So what they do, just next to where I'm at right now, this little water hole. It's just on my right hand side here. So what I like about this critter cam is that it shows a lot of different species of birds, of small animals, small mammals. Look at that. And just imagine this tiny little creature, it can kill a snake. So I wonder how this water tastes like to these animals, because you see birds coming for bathing, and some lizards will come and swim, and other monkeys will just come and put their legs in there, and then a slender mongoose comes and drink. So I wonder how it tastes like. Mas 54. VM? Mas 54, she's saying she's always happy to see VM's spirit animal. Yes, Mas 54, I also love the close-ups on the critter cam, because you see all the what do you call it? Oh, look at that, standing up, just like a surrogate or a meerkat. So you're looking for any dangers or a prey that he might snack on. So you see all the details of the particular animal, because this particular animal, if you're on a drive, you won't see them. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. And look at the body structure, and just look at the tail, straight. So I believe this is a mating pair. Wow. So do you have something interesting, VM? Do you have something interesting, critter cam? Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have on critter cam. Whoa! Look at that. Honey badgers. Honey badgers. You don't really see that in the bush, eh? Just imagine having these cameras all the time running. We see all these beautiful species, honey badgers, and two of them. It's amazing. Whoa. Porcupine. Whoa, whoa. This is one animal I haven't seen in a while in the bush. They're active at night. They have special places to go for. And most of the time they are super skittish. Chris Hobler, you think water tastes so sweet to them since it's always fresh water? I also believe that. I also think so, because if the water didn't taste nice, they wouldn't come to drink. Whoa. And then critter cam again, we have this beautiful creature. Actually, this animal, I was looking at these videos. I saw two different animals, and then I saw different spot patterns on their right thigh. You can see this one on the from the tail. It has a line of spots. That doesn't make any shape, but this other one on its thigh, on the right thigh, it had spots that makes a circle. And you can see this one, it's making something like a wave on the second row of its stripes on its belly. So the other one is different. So it simply means you can look at that, very different. So I think this might be a pair, but I don't really know. I'm not really sure, and I can't really see who's female, who's male, because these animals, they are also known to be territorial. They have special places where they mark their territories. Wow. I can't believe it's 10 minutes to the end of the show. We have to convince Brent, VM, and Charles to take it to at least 1 hour 45 minutes. What do you think? Let's have a poll. So who's still up? Who's still up? Yes, we have Wildebeest again. Wildebeest again. So look what the Wildebeest is doing there. Look. So it's loosening the soil so that it can wallow easily. So this is what they do during a hot day. They come to these places, especially males, rub their forehead on the floor, on the ground, and then they kneel, then they sit down, and then they dance with their backs. Let's see what this one is gonna do. Oh, look at that. So they don't just do this anyway. If they are on their own, they will never do this, because they know the dangers that goes with what they're doing now if there's no eyes around them. So you can see there's about 3 wildebeest there and a lot of impala. So they know there's eyes everywhere. They are so safe to do such. So he was like scratching himself, taking off the ticks and parasites. You know that they can't really scratch their back. So what they do is that they lie down and scratch. VM, do you have something interesting? Do we have something interesting? There's also HQ, that's headquarters, elephant camp. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, you know, I'm looking at the screen, but I can't really see what's happening. And now I can see there is a African hawk eagle. Now it's moving. I didn't see that when it was like static. I didn't see that. So these are our residential birds, because I see them often, these birds. So they live in pairs. So I don't know where's the other one. So what they do is they live in pairs for life, and then their hunting strategy. You can see now he's swimming. Actually, he's taking a path. So I just like to tell you about their hunting strategy. I've seen them hunting. So what they do is, put the phone here. So what they do is, you will see when they fly, they don't fly like same length. They just fly like this. There's one, a bit up, and then there's one a bit lower. So what they do when they go for a prey, let's take for instance the guinea fowl. When they see a guinea fowl, then they will confuse a guinea fowl because the one that is above, it will go for a guinea fowl, then the other one will come from on a different angle because they're trying to disturb their prey. Beautiful. But I haven't learned their calls. I have to master their calls. That's not their call. I'm just practicing. I'll give you definitely an African hawk eagle call next week, because this is episode 2. I'm going for episode 3, and I think I have to give you a bird call each and every second week of the show. What do you think? Because I don't want to run out of bird calls, because if I give you a bird call each and every week, I'll run out of bird calls. Because I'm still struggling with this one called the woodland kingfisher. The first part I can do it perfectly, but the last part is different. And you'll hear them when they come this side. They will be here around October, November. Yeah, they will start coming. I can do the first part perfectly. I'm getting there. Hopefully I'm going to master it. But it's been years trying to master this last part, but I can't. Via? Last few minutes, 4 minutes left. Whoa. Oh. Look at that. This one is definitely a male elephant. You can see it's a male elephant, no doubt. So they come for water all the time next to our camp. And let's see what is this one up to. Just looking at the camera, maybe trying to take selfies. And then the flashes, and he pressed the wrong button. And then let's see what's gonna happen after this. Still taking photos. What is this elephant up to? I wonder what it's doing there. What are you doing? Whoa! What was that? Oh, maybe it went too close to the fence. Maybe it gave it just a bit of a shock. I thought maybe it was running away from something, because elephants, sometimes they are easily spooked. If you can be in the bush, just right next to them, not far from them, you can spook them very easy. So elephants are just curious sometimes, but this one definitely, maybe a fence, it gave it a little bit of a shock. It went very close to a fence. Sorry, elephant. Whoa! And it's the end of the show, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's nighttime wherever you are. I really appreciate your time to stay until this time just to watch the show. And for you who are watching this for the first time, please join us next week, same time, different topics. And because it's Heritage Month, what I want to do next week, but I'm not sure whether it will happen, but it's still in my plans. So I want to talk about animals that are associated with the tribes, South African tribes or South African traditions. Yes, that's what I want to talk about. And please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. If you need to go to work, go to work. If you need to sleep, have a great night. I love you all. Khaya, we'll see you next week.